Belfast, the 2008 edition of the UK's Strongest Man. It's a contest of elimination, and on the first day, Mike Williams of Wales and Ken Nowicki of Scotland, through injury, were eliminated. Andy Kearney of Scotland and Dave Warner of Ireland have been looking very strong. They're looking for a place through to the final, as does the world record holder in the brick deadlift, James Fenley. Coming up next, it's the truck pull. Let's meet the contestants. Andy Kearney of Scotland. 28 years old, Scotland's strongest man in 2007 and 2008.
My name's Andy Kearney. I'm 28, 21 stone from Dumbarton in Scotland, and I'm currently 2 times UKSC Scotland's strongest man. I started strongman in 2005, the novice circuit in Scotland, and I progressed quickly up the ladder as such, and I've been competing in UKs since 2006. My progression in strongman's been relatively steady. It's not so much the strength and the size that I have put on that's been the big thing. It's been more my strategy, my psychology, my confidence and so on. That's helped a lot. My nerves in the early days were a big factor, and since then with more experience I've conquered my nerves, and I find it a lot easier to perform in the big scene.
James Fenley of Ireland had a fantastic first day, and he'll be looking a favourite to go through to the final. Rich Gorvin of England was here last year and will be looking for a place through to the final as well. 21.5 stone from Wimborne in Dorset.
My strengths are really pressing. I like anything overhead or anything using your upper body strength really. I enjoy deadlifting. I've got some more work to do on that because I'm still relatively young, but my worst events are drag and probably truck pull.
Jimmy Maru, second last year and the man to watch in this competition.
Well, my strategy is just to make it through to the final so I don't get worn out, and the final is going to be 110% for me, so I'll perform to my best. Hopefully no injury, of course, with help of the guard.
Dave Mcin, North East strongest man, was very impressive on the first day, and some of the events in the second day will suit the big man. Dave Warner, representing Ireland, the oldest man in the pack, but one of the most impressive, Ireland's strongest man for 3 years running. First, however, it's the truck pull.
First event, day 2, the old favourite, truck pull. For the athletes haven't just got to pull one big truck, they've got to pull 2, making it twice as hard, total weight 16 tonnes. Fastest man wins.
It's a bit more difficult than that as well, because with the 3-metre gap between the 2 lorries and the rope loose, well, they've got to get over the inertia or overcome the inertia of the lorry twice, really. And that is very difficult. Richard Gorvin is the first to go, and he's got it going. Technically looks very good. Short steps, just trying desperately to get the first. Now we'll see a little bit of a hiccup when he comes to tighten up the rope for the second lorry. That's the difficult bit. And then, of course, he will start again. Short steps, looks to be going through a little bit of a difficulty there. This is the point at which the second lorry comes into play.
Yeah, this is where Richard really has to dig in now. You can see he's trying to get them moving again. He lost the momentum a bit, but he's getting it going.
Actually, that's pretty good to get that going again, because it looked just for the moment as though he'd stopped. Look at him rocking from side to side.
It's very good.
It's very fine technique. I mean, he's rocking short strides, getting every ounce he can out of the legs, keeping very low, centre of gravity low. As soon as he stands up, of course, he's got a problem.
And Richard doesn't have the body weight that some of the other guys have, so he's doing exceptionally well.
He is indeed. Just real effort here. Absolutely superb. Now then, can he complete the course? He's got 90 seconds, and it's 68, 69, 70. He's got 20 seconds left to get to the completion of this course. If he doesn't, then there'll be a distance, which will be set aside his name, and then that'll be compared with others.
He just seems to be losing speed.
Well, that is unlucky, really. Just lost it at the end, didn't he? And it looks as though he's a little bit tottery there, and I'm not surprised.
Yeah, his legs have completely gone.
Well, the official distance from the finish, 10 metres, which will be compared with the others, so that as the first to go, that's the target for the rest. Jimmy Maru is next up. He's 5th overall thus far after the first heat, so he's got a little bit of work to do. But Jimmy Maru's got, for me, impresses me. He was 2nd overall last year in this same competition. But he's got terrific athleticism, he's got power, he's got strength. But power is the most important thing here, and he's overcoming the inertia. That he's getting that lorry moving. Now, what about the second one? Is that moving as well?
Yeah, he's got a great technique. You can see Jimmy's really low to the floor as well. So it'll all come moving together. He's building up a good momentum. This should be a good time if he can keep it going all the way to the finish line.
Well, keep your eye on the clock, just coming up 30 seconds. He's got, oh, look at this, the line is approaching very, very fast indeed. Well, in comparison, he's got these lorries moving very, very quickly. Yeah. The difficulty is that gap between the two lorries and that rope, which will be springy as well, so it'll always have a reaction to it. He's got to get the front of the lorry onto the line. It's not the man, it's the lorry. He's got to go way beyond that line. A bit unkind this, isn't it? But the lorry coming up. Now then, what has he done? Coming up to very close to a minute.
But he stayed low all the way through the pull. It's a really good time.
Yeah, it is indeed. Officially, well, unofficially there at 60 seconds, so just on the minute. So that's a lead, and that is going to take some beating. This is his event, isn't it? He's very, very strong, very powerful in those legs, but technically very good.
Yeah, very fit, very athletic.
What about this for Robocop Kearney? A little bit of work to do from him. In 4th place after the first heats.
Hopefully he's learnt from Jimmy about the technique. He's going to stay low all the way through. The minute they come up and bring their body up, they're going to lose the momentum and lose the power and the drive.
Sorry to interrupt you there. He's slipping. Now, he's slipped, and as soon as you slip, then, of course, the lorry will begin to stop, and you've got to start again, and that may well work against him here. He's definitely slipped, but he's got going again, and that's all to his credit, but his shoes don't seem to be holding as well as some of the others thus far.
Yeah, he's using rock climbing boots to pull these lorries, but they're just not working for him.
Coming closer and closer and closer. Now then, coming towards the finish. 1 minute. He's got plenty of time.
There's nothing wrong with his technique, he just seems to be slowing down.
Well, this is very, very fine performance indeed. He's got to the line. Now it's the front of that lorry. If only he can keep it going. Can he keep it going?
It'd be very hard to move that again now.
No, you're quite right, he will. Look at him try. The time is going to be up. He's not going to make it. Well, he almost made it to the line, but he'll have to wait and see how the others get on. Look at this, a real effort towards the end, but it's the front of the lorry that counts. He's there, but the lorry isn't, just short. Now then, what can James Fenley do? He's a very, very strong young man. It's his first experience, so he's learning all the way here in this competition. We heard him earlier on in this competition suggest that he was a youngster here. He's learning a lot from all of these super athletes, and away he goes. Look how low he is too.
Yeah, he's got to get a master technique on this, because he just doesn't have the body weight to pull the two lorries. You know, so I reckon James is going to struggle with this event.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. That he's slowed down just for the moment. If only he can get over, he can get in connection and can connect with the second lorry. That's the key to this, connecting with the second lorry. And then if you've got the body weight and you've got the power in the legs, look how he's slipping again. Those shoes are not helping.
No, and he's not quick enough, he's not powerful enough at all.
Well, I remind you again, he's got a 90 seconds, and this white line here, in the forefront of the picture, the front of the lorry has to reach it. So as soon as the athlete reaches it, then it's what happens to the lorry afterwards. It's an absolute, such a difficult one, this, particularly with the two lorries. Lots of support, certainly, and he's coming closer and closer. And actually, this is a pretty good pull. I mean, he's in a way, he's a novice in these events.
Well, he struggled through to pull it off this far, I can tell you.
Well, let's see, we've had one completion. That was Jimmy Maru so far. But those shoes, I think they look a bit too big for him. There's a lot of surface area in contact with the ground, that's for sure. But he's bringing it in very, very close, isn't he? Look at this. That's very, very close. Can he make it?
I think he just ran out of time.
I think he did. It's just short of the line. But I tell you what, that was a very, very good effort indeed. He just ran out of time, and look at it. It's got to be a foot or two short. But that's all.
It was an amazing effort of how he started.
Well, let's look. The front, well, from that picture, the front of the lorry looked as though it was there, didn't it? Well, that's the officials have made their decision. It's just short of the line. Dave Mcin now next. Second overall after the first heat, incidentally. Now then, what can he do? Because we've only had Jimmy Maru clear with a 60-second. Oh, this looks promising, doesn't it? Look at the rapidity of the foot movements, very slow. Oh, and there's the second lorry kicking in.
He's seen everyone else go now, so he knows where the sticking points are. He's a real big guy. He weighs 22 stone, 140 kilos. So, you know, he's got a good chance to pull these vehicles.
Well, he's looking pretty good at the moment, and once he's in connection with the two lorries, which he seems to be now, then, well, he's definitely going to, well, he's more upright than the rest. He's defied all the rules we've been suggesting and being low.
Yeah, this is a really good pull.
Oh, it is, and that shows terrific strength in his legs. It really does. He's got a good angle. I would like to see him a little bit lower, I must admit, but having said that, if he achieves it from this posture, then fine, let him do it.
Well, he's obviously built enough momentum up to come up.
Yes, he has. I mean, it's really motoring, isn't it? And that's going to be pretty quick. Look at that.
Yeah, it'll be a good time.
Oh, say, 57.4. Well, that is the fastest with just Dave Warner to go. And that was as emphatic as it gets. Just one little hiccup, and we expected that when the 3-metre slack rope in between the two lorries tightened, and he got it underway, but that lorry's moving.
Tough pull, tough at the start. When that second wagon kicks in, a little bit tough, but practicing the truck pull a lot. I just kept low and kept driving, just short steps. Normally in training you have like 3 stages where you short steps and then start striding out. But with that kind of weight you can't, you just got to keep it short steps, keep the power on, and so that's what I've done.
Yeah, I must admit that was technically sound, certainly, and we saw the evidence of that. Dave Warner now, the overall leader, the group leader in this event now, coming in. He's the last to go, and it looks as though he's got a good start on him. Now, what happens when the second lorry kicks in? You heard Dave Mcin give you the lowdown on that. That is the second tough part, if you like.
Yeah, Dave will complete this, no question about it. You know, just a pedigree athlete.
Bit of slippage there, though, having said that. And some of the athletes are having problems and some aren't.
Yeah, it's his rock climbing shoes they wear. I just don't think they're any good on the slippy, wet surface.
Well, I think that's proved, isn't it? He's slipping all over the place. I'll tell you what, he's losing some time here, and it's not just the time he loses, it's the momentum he loses, which is most important. When his foot slips away, he's got to do it again.
Exactly right, Stuart. Yeah, with these shoes, they're a narrow fit, and you just can't get enough foot on the tarmac.
Well, he's nearly there, and he's got to get that lorry once again. Remind you again, he's got to get the lorry to the line. He's really having to work very hard. He's had a problem with his footwear. I'll tell you what, look at him again, still slipping. He will on that line, won't he? But I think if he does this again, then he'll have to look to his footwear. He's coming in close, though. It's going to be well within the time. There it is. 74.82 is the time on the clock.
Good,
and another completion. Yeah. Well, he's in third place.
Hard, tough event. I knew David very good at that, and Jimmy. So I've got a few points in the lead, so I was, dare I say, trying to take it easy, but that was really, really hard.
2 trucks together is no mean feat, is it?
No, and at the end, I know all the guys are talking about the little incline, but you see the line, and as soon as your fingers are on it, it just stops. You just got to drive, dig deep, find everything you can to get across it, and pull the truck over.
Confirmation of the results of the truck pull for Group B. Dave Mcin, 57.4 seconds, obliterating the field. Jimmy Maru of England, second place. It's an Irish third and fourth. And down at the bottom, Andy Kenny of Scotland and Richard Gorvin of England. Overall then, remember, points carried over from day one. Dave Warner leads the pack, followed by Dave McInerney in second, Jimmy Maru in third, and Richard Gorvin in sixth. Dave, that looks easy.
I can assure you it wasn't easy, but I was determined to have a good pull there. Determined to.
You, I think, pipped Jimmy Maru by just 3 seconds. Did you have that in your mind when you went out there today?
No, not at all. It was just a case of do what I needed to do. Top 2, top 3, I would have been happy with that. Obviously the group's that tight, you know yourself, and I want to place high in case I have a bad event later on. So what I want my intentions are today is to make it into the final after the end of the day. So chuffed with me tuck pull, absolutely fantastic.
So Dave McInerney chasing a place in the final, and this was the way to do it. Coming up next is the human link.